It's okay. Off your mic, it's okay. Off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind. Oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner. Oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún.
Today. Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Máyégún Live. Thank you so much, brethren, for joining me in the Temple of Truth tonight. Kindly read beyond the caption of this broadcast. Read the description as well. Like the broadcast. Share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them all that Máyégún today, Máyégún is live. And if you have done any of that and all of that at all, thank you. Tonight, we are going to spend a lot of time both in Abuja as well as Port Harcourt, the River State's capital. This is brought to you by the actors in the messy scandal or the messy mess, right? The political mess created in River State that started from or originated from the disagreements between the godfather and his godson who reneged on whatever it was, their agreements, even though we have been told it's all about money. With a Wike and seamless Fubara, it seems that their fight is taking a very, very new, maybe dangerous direction, or maybe not. Until Fubara was suspended, right? It was considered to be possibly consolidating his own grip, especially after the local government selection that he organized. A lot of people believe that that was it. With the Wike's shenanigans, right, was coming to an end, or it has come to an end. Others said Fubara is the nemesis of Wike, and in fact, by the time he is done with Wike, there would likely never be any threat called Wike in the political space of River State again. A lot of people said a lot of things. But what people seem to not realize is the amount of backing. Sure, you get that, like the amount of kind of like backing that Wike gets from Bajabia Mole, courtesy of the Tifnumbu's benevolence. This particular key seemed to have been like underrated or downplayed by many. Also, the level of compromised institutions that you have in that contraption was also downplayed somehow until the Supreme Court played their joker, which has now plunged the River State into the man-made political crisis. So first, Tifnumbu announced the suspension of an elected governor, his deputy, as well as the State House of Assembly. He gave reasons because he said they couldn't work together. Then everyone condemns it. Well, maybe not everyone. A lot of people condemned it, that it was unconstitutional, it was illegal, it was an impeachable offense, but nobody did anything. So Fubara got suspended, and it's been suspended now for like more than 2 weeks, is it? Until yesterday. A man called George what's his name again? Nwaeke, I think it's called Nwaeke. That's his name. He's supposed to the head of service in River State, right? Broke the news yesterday. And what happened? Well, the Wike's men seem to have another trick up their sleeves. And it is if Fubara enjoys immunity from prosecution or arrest, maybe. There are others that don't have similar privilege. So maybe if we start picking them up and then you start nakeding him like that until he's eventually kicked out. Nobody knows what the end goal is on this. But yesterday, the supposed head of service, right, resigned. And immediately he resigned, he was ferried straight to Abuja. And from there into an hotel, which has now been confirmed as an icon Hilton Hotel, Abuja. Was ferried to Abuja straight up. You know, lodged in an hotel. With, I don't know if media houses were invited into the room or they just brought their own camera and to give us, you know, the rest of the world, the supposed expose on Fubara. So this man said he was present where Fubara took some decisions, some actions, including sharing of some money when this their messy palaver started. Then he went on to talk about how, you know, his conscience, you know, would not let him continue to live by himself without exposing this and that. But unfortunately, this is another trick that a lot of people are trying to kind of like understand. Okay, I'm going to show you that. In the room where this guy, right, was supposedly reading a prepared script, right, talking about how and what Fubara did in the course of no House of Assembly, right? And the money he stole as well, right? So all of this was like all prepared, a script for him to read. And just in that, you can call it behind the scene, okay? You could hear people telling him that just read what we gave to you. Just read it according to the way it is there. Just go ahead and read it like that. Which sort of fueled speculation that the guy was probably picked up by the DSS, EFCC, or I don't know. And that he probably was under duress. Well, that wasn't, I mean, that didn't take long before his wife, right, appeared in another video that also went viral, by the way, you know, upset, teary, crying, screaming, and said that her husband doesn't even have a clue about how they are spending the money or who is spending what money in River State. He wasn't in the position. Talk less of him coming out to say Fubara stole 15 billion naira. So the wife, now this wife's video, I am not sure if it was after or before, let's say before or after Fubara called her, because there's another video where Fubara had to call the wife asking her, what have I done wrong to your family that your husband had to do this to me? So all these drama brought together, courtesy of the Mayegu's Diary Politico, I have brought them together into one space. And then you can possibly use your own investigative inner eyes to tell us something that is fishy. Because people believe that this is not a man trying to, you know, possibly absolve himself of any form of a wrongdoing, but a script, part of the script written by Wike is being acted out wherever. So tonight, I shall bring to you both interviews, because this afternoon, from yesterday, this afternoon, this supposed head of service, River State, George Unwa, what is his name again? I don't know why I kind of like missed that, right? Please pardon me, forgive my forgetfulness, okay? I think it's Nwaeke. So I'll show you his face now, right? So this afternoon, he granted, I mean, he did two videos. The first one, he was walking in the lobby of the hotel he's staying in Abuja, just to show to everybody that he's not under house arrest, or he's not at the DSS or EFCC, to quell the speculation that he's under duress. Then he went on to grant another interview where he said, not interview, presser, where he said that his wife is the one under duress of Fubara, not him. that all his wife said were probably from Fubara. Anyway, enough of that. So let's get down into it, okay? So from yesterday, when this resigned head of service of River States, right, told the world what Fubara was doing. Watch this.
Good afternoon once more. This is a press briefing by my humble self, Dr. George Nwaeke, FCA, MNI, immediate past head of service of River State. My dear people of River State, it is with humility and every sense of responsibility and a sense of patriotism that I stand to address you today as your former head of service and someone who served from my heart. You will recall that I was appointed as head of service by our suspended governor, Governor Siminalayi Fubara, Grand Service of River State. Let me also use this opportunity to appreciate him for giving me the opportunity to serve as head of service. With loads of misinformation on print and electronic media, I've chosen to put the records straight. I was not sacked. Neither was I pressured to resign. I did so willingly from the depth of my heart. However, as an insider and a key player in the administration, and by my position, who worked closely with the suspended governor, it would be unfair for me to keep mute or for me not to address some key factors that have affected or that will affect our state if we continue on this trajectory. And I pause to say that good men must talk so that things will put right. I want to use this medium to thank Mr. President for a swift intervention in River State crisis, especially on the declaration of the state of emergency that was declared and assented to by our National Assembly. You will recall that when the governor was suspended, as head of service, I was the next in command, so I'm not speaking as an outsider or as a novice. I'm speaking as an insider and as someone that has much information. If not for the intervention of Mr. President, Nigeria would have faced the worst economic sabotage and River State would have been in flames, and by extension, other neighboring states, because of the level of insider distortion that I saw. First, it all started with the State House of Assembly, where the governor, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, directed his chief of staff to burn down the assembly in a way to avert the suspected impeachment. That evening, Edison was in Government House with many of his boys, including the former chairman of Obiakpo, one Mr. Chijoke Ihunwo. I was there with them when a bag of money was handed over to Edison for that operation, though I did not actually know what it was meant for or the amount inside. I want to tell Rivers people today, the House Assembly was complex. In Moscow Road was clearly brought down by the do of Edison and some of his cohorts. Under the instruction of the sitting governor then, I challenged them to an open confrontation, and this will make us to throw more light on this. A day after that incident, I almost resigned, but I was very scared because I know the power of a sitting governor, and he knew that I'm aware of the whole plan and that I am discomforted with the unconscionable acts and deliberate posture of innocence and mien of a sheep. Another attempt was also made to destroy the residential quarters of the House Assembly members if not for the press conference that was made there by Rivers youths, Rivers elders, and National Assembly members, that would have been another barbaric demolition in Rivers State. I came to realize that they actually wanted to demolish that second building because after some weeks, he, the governor, personally told me, a couple of others, that he knew that if he knew early, he would have gone to pull down their hall before visiting the residential quarters of the assembly, and that he didn't actually know what they had, that they had such a beautiful hall where they are using now for sitting. I was so shocked, really shocked. And I asked myself, how could a man that wants to lead his people be destroying his state's assets and wasting public funds in a needless ego fight? Thirdly, I want to advise some key stakeholders who have condemned the state of emergency made by the President and confirmed by National Assembly to retract their statements. They are speaking from points of ignorance. I also understand that they are only seeing the surface. Yes. If they had knowledge, they will even be commending Mr. President even openly. If the President did not take proactive steps, no one knows who would have been affected by the sinister plans that we are cooking. While I thank Mr. President for the state of emergency that was declared in Rivers State for a period of 6 months, I will plead with him not to give up on Rivers State affairs because a lot is going on there with Governor Fubara. One of the factors that got me removed was when Governor Fubara told me that they will use the judge to decide who will become the next president of Nigeria. And I asked him, how will that work? Is it by votes or by what means? I'm still worried. I'm still worried. He clearly told me that he is the chief security officer of Rivers State and his brother is in charge of Bayelsa State. And all the pipelines are under their care, that at the appropriate time, they will tell the boys what to do, and fund was not an issue at all. That was...
Are you following? So he said he resigned. He was not sacked. Then 4 minutes after, he said he knew about their plans before he was removed. Okay? So that's kind of like a two contradictory statements there. Then he said something about that he was worried because Fubara told him, right, that Rivers State will determine the next president or something like that. I want you to listen to the rest of it, okay, before we make our own sort of like break it down. Please watch this.
That was when he made that statement, his public function, that, and I quote, I will tell the boys what to do at the appropriate time. Deep down in me, I knew that something was up, and perhaps the time was near. He boasted to be the David that will bring down the Goliath of Rivers State. That he has the backing of the creme de la creme in the state, the likes of our former governor, Dr. Peter Odele, and family promised to use their contacts in the judiciary, including some members of the University Council, to break new grounds for him. The plan was to start from just-speaking areas to destroy oil facilities, to remove attention from the job and make it have a statewide look. The Goni, Oyibo, and other areas were to be bombed first before the Johnsons. This would have brought down the government of President Tinubu and usher in a new president from the coalition of political parties with a vice president, possibly himself, as he was boasting. The media was recaptured by paying heavily for airtime and returning the social media influencers and known social critics in their payroll. I'm not aware of what this revelation means, but I'm doing this to free my conscience and warn those innocent persons that are used to sway public sentiment that there is more than meets the eyes in the reverse matter. Sometime I sleep over in government house, it has started becoming very uncomfortable when Governor Bala Muhammad and some other stakeholders started several natural visits to Rivers State. I recall that one of such visits, he told me that he would support Bala Muhammad for president or any other northerner. That discussion is still ongoing, I'm very sure. Though I was not bothered about who he supports or not. I was more concerned about the quantum of state resources that were being released to these visitors at each of those unwanted visits. Let me draw the attention of Nigeria Labour Congress to call the chairman of the Rivers State chapter to order to avoid politicizing labor. I am privy to several private meetings between the governor and the labor leaders in the state, and largesse that accompanied each meeting to compromise the labor union. And I was to ask, why? What is actually the benefits to get from all this unnecessary destruction? More worrisome is several meetings between the governor, his chief of staff, and some military leaders. Details of these meetings I'm not privy to, since I was not allowed into such meetings. However, each meeting ended with huge sums of money paid attendees in hard currency. I wish to state categorically that Rivers people are indeed Nigerians, are the beneficiary of the declaration of state of emergency rule in Rivers State, and not Governor Fubara. Neither is it our former minister, Chief Wike. Finally, I wish to call on Mr. President to urge the civil administrator to step up his guards and be very vigilant, because I am aware of the sinister arrangements and dastardly plans to continue to hatch their plans if not put in check. This accounts for the organized media condemnations and seeming public outcry against Mr. President and National Assembly. Those who love democracy, those who love Rivers State, those who love development in any ramification, and those who love humanity in general will always protect humanity and democracy. Mr. President, sir, you have just protected democracy and humanity in Rivers State. You are our hero in Rivers State. Thank you, sir. I can now sleep, having cleared my conscience. Long live Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live Rivers State. This is personally signed by me, Dr. George Chimeze Nwaeke, FCA, MNI, former head of service of Rivers State. Thank you, and God bless you.
It's the first battle. Now you have heard him. If you haven't heard the video before, now you have heard him, right? So what would be your own assessment if you have to probably just read the whole thing? Do you think truly his conscience is the reason why he had to speak up? And when he, in that is written straight from few things I managed to kind of jot down, okay, so that I could push them back to you. So he said that Fubara told the militants that I will tell the boys what to do when it is time. That Fubara had a plan of destroying oil facilities, and this could have spread beyond Rivers State, even to Bayelsa. That Fubara said he was going to bomb Obigbo and some other places to make Tifnubu look bad. That Fubara said he was going to bring down Tifnubu's government because the actions in Rivers would have brought down Tifnubu's government and another person would have been sworn in as president. That's what he said, as part of Fubara's plan. Here is another one. He said he became concerned, right, when Fubara told him that he was going to support a northerner in 2027 against Tifnumbu. And then Bala Muhammad and others started visiting him, and he is privy to Fubara's, benevolent, or Fubara's kind heart or so, like, or Father Christmas, kind of, right? That Fubara was giving money, the amount of money Fubara was giving to these people visiting him, that he became concerned because Bala Muhammad want to be president and Fubara want to support him. That the Jaws will bring down Tifnubu's government. I picked that up, right? So, and then the part where he said, the NLC should call the labor union in Rivers State to order because Fubara is giving them money to compromise them on his side. And then Fubara has been giving money to the militants, add currencies. So these are a few of the highlights of what he said. And he kept thanking Tifnumbu for declaring state of emergency. He said Tifnumbu is their hero in Rivers State. Well, that may be true. Don't get me wrong, go. Here you get. No matter how much we look at the legality of what Tifnumbu did, the people of Rivers State who supposedly elected Fubara, as well as the status of assembly, they seem to be unbothered. They don't give a damn. The sole administrator they sent to their states, sacked all political appointees, asked others to resign. I think that's how this guy had to resign as well, because they needed to pick him up. So the sole administrator is now talking about conducting election. Here you get, anyway. So a lot of people believe that this guy, George, Nwaeke, that's his name, Nwaeke, that they've got compromise on him, and they got him. And he's probably threatened enough that if you don't quickly play ball now, they go jail, you go do jail. This is a man that is earning less than 500,000 naira as salary. He resigned from Rivers State. Then he jumped into a plane. According to him, he jumped into a plane. And he went to Abuja. And when he got to Abuja, he lodged himself in Nikon Hilton Hotel. Nikon Nuga Hilton Hotel. Nikon Nuga, Nikon Hilton. What do you call it anyway? In Abuja, a place where a night is over 2 million naira per night, sort of. That is where he's lodged in since yesterday. And he has been granting, more and more interview. But immediately that video got to the people of Rivers State. Reactions followed, of course. Reactions that, what the heck? It's not in the, it's not like that in the closing, what do they call them? Kitchen cabinet. I believe they call them in a cabinet or something. To Fubara to be in the position of rolling out this fictitious makeup, but is unable to present any evidence whatsoever. I'm aware of this, so we gave this person money. I have this evidence I can show you on this, so his wife, hang on, people suspected that something was just not right. Then a video of the preparation, what you can call the behind the scene, including the person that possibly wrote the speech. Is that a speech or a presser, right? Or confession, right? The person that wrote the confession for him to read was also in the room. Okay, just before and then during, as well as after the entire broadcast. So I have a copy of that. I don't know if you have seen it. This is behind the scene of what you just finished watching.
Is this it? Action.
Okay, let's proceed. Let's proceed. You're going to read from the text, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, let's go ahead.
Read, Commander.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. George Nwaeke Cries. I am the immediate past head of service of River State. I resigned precisely on Monday on my own. I want to read on this.
1 second. Please stand by.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Good afternoon once more. This is a press briefing by my humble self, Dr. George Nwaeke, FCA, MNI, immediate past head of service of River State. My dear people of River State, it is with humility and every sense of responsibility and a sense of patriotism that I stand to address you today as your former head of service and someone who served from my heart. You will recall that I was appointed as head of service by our suspended governor, Governor Fubara, Grand Service of River State. Let me also use this opportunity to appreciate him for giving me the opportunity to serve as head of service. With loads of misinformation on print and electronic media, I've chosen to put the record
on like that. Now, like I said, I'm not sure if the next video I'm about to share with you was before Fubara called the wife or after Fubara called the wife. But the wife's reaction also made it to the media. Last night, all of this on a last night, not today, last night. And the wife said her husband, she hasn't seen her husband, and she believes that her husband is under duress. Okay? By the people that made him, according to her lie against Fubara. Anyway, listen.
Him is what he's handing over to them. That he doesn't know anything about this 15 billion they're talking about. They said Abuja gave them every information they need. That Mahasa is trying to cover Sim Fubara. He said he's trying to cover the governor. That they have heard that it's his friend. They have heard that it's his friend though. That he's just trying to cover up. Mahasa says he's not like covering up anything. That he doesn't think that there's anything like that. There's anything like 15 billion naira. That he's not aware. That he's not aware. That he's just the head of service. He doesn't know anything about finance of the state. So when they pressured him to sign that document, he said he will not sign. That instead of him to sign, he will resign. He just resigned and come in the office. I was in the office when he called me that he has resigned. I said, what happened? He said, till I come back. When I came back, I asked him. He started telling me that they brought document, but that the document is that they found another $15 million, 15 billion naira. 15 billion naira that the governor did not declare. And he told that he doesn't know anything about that one. That what he handed over to them is what the governor handed over to him. And when they pressurized him, he said no, instead of all this wahala, let him leave them. He now wrote his resignation that he's not working again. He cannot come and sign what he does not know. He cannot come and say what is not true. Where is the 15 billion naira coming from? That he would not say, instead of signing, let him go. That was how he resigned. So this morning, he told me that his friend, one of his friends from Abuja, I think he said his name is Ogiri. He said it's Ogiri from Abuja. That he has sent him ticket to court and let them discuss. I said, okay, but I have more this Sunday. And today is our dinner. Today being Friday. He said our dinner party. I told him to stay at night Monday, let us finish this program. He said he should just go and come back. Let him just go and know where he's calling him. That was how he left. When he got to airport, when he got to Abuja, he called that they have landed. I said, thank God, he said he will keep me posted. That was all. The next thing I saw this morning, I had this night, people were calling me. They said they got an interview. I said, what interview? Interview for what? Not until I saw things flying on the internet. That he granted interview. That's what happened. I said, that is not my husband. That is not my husband. So I sent him a message. I said, are you under duress? I sent him a message. I said, have they kidnapped you? Talk to me now. Why not talking to me? Where's the message I sent to him? Send the message I sent to him. I sent to him message. I sent to him message when I saw this online. Oh, Jesus, help me. Nigeria, help me. My husband is in trouble. 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 Look at the message I sent to him. See the message I sent to him. I said, Daddy, why? I said, where are you in hostage? I said, why didn't you talk to me? These are the messages I sent to him. Oh, he did not reply me. His numbers are not going through. His numbers are not going through. Nigeria help me. Nigeria help me.
That's the wife. Again, I'm putting all of this before you so that it is no longer about who said, somebody said this, right? No. You are watching the whole thing. Now, it's up to you if you want to believe any one of them or if you are going to relax and make sure all the information are right there in front of you before you can possibly make up your mind or have a conclusion of what you think is going on. That was the wife. Distressed, upset, you know. She said she had a conversation with her husband a day before, and it was all because, see, there's been pressures, right? Pressure on those around Fubara from Abuja anyway. Here you get, since this whole thing started. Some of them, right, they have like jumped ship, while others stayed behind, still hoping that Fubara will have the upper hand. Or you know the Abuja stuff now, what they have to do is to, use the allocation they give the states as an entrance into investigating the state. That's what they are, And since say everybody there and a thief, every one of them. So there is no way that they are never going to have a compromise on you. It's so hard. And that is why somehow this head of service, is head of service not a civil service position, by the way? It's not a political, is it? Is it a political? No, it's not a political appointment, is it? It's a civil service one, right? Pensionable position, is it not? So you can say his career, like Fubara himself was a career man in the civil service. Accountant General of Rivers State under Wike, and between 1.4 to 1.6 trillion naira of Rivers State money was stolen, disappeared by Wike and Fubara. But you see, Fubara as an accountant is aware of the money. This one, head of service, doesn't even have a clue about money except whatever they want him to know. Why did they pick him? Why? Like, why did they? Because it's obvious. Somebody is like looking obvious, like, something is just not right. This guy was whisked away to Abuja, sing the praises of Tifnumbu, justify the actions of Tifnumbu, and then tell everybody that, we already told his wife that they were asking about 15 billion, the 15 billion that he's not aware of, only for him to go to Abuja and say, well, similarly, Fubara stole the money. So I think now that was when Fubara picked up the phone to call the wife. Madam, wait till I do your family.
Is that governor?
Yes.
Is that Mrs. Dr. This way? My husband is in trouble. Where could I help you?
What happened?
People should help you. He went to Abuja this morning. I remember he said his friend Ogiri from Abuja called him. My husband is in trouble. I can't get this so. I can't get this so. My husband is in trouble. My husband is in trouble. All his friends are switched off. People should help me. My husband is in trouble.
No, madam, I don't know. I saw something this evening that they granted media this thing. So I'm even surprised that.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. I don't know, but he's in hospital. They have killed him. I don't know if he's alive. Why could I help me? Why could I help me?
All right. Okay. No problem. No. It's okay. You're sure you're not aware of this his actions?
I don't know. He told me the morning that his friend, I remember, he said so.
No, you know why I'm asking. You know why I'm asking. At least there's nothing that happens that he doesn't share with you. Where have I offended him, and where will he cook this level of lies against me? Where have I offended you people? After everything I've done for you people.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. So please help me. I don't know if I find him. People should find Ogiri's number. Let me provide my husband though. I remember I said Ogiri from Abuja. That he said he get to come this morning, no. I said we'll have Monday, Sunday. I'm the chairperson of the Monday, Sunday. Where will you go now? Where will you go now? Leave me here. How will I do this program alone in the church? He said he's coming back today. He's coming back today. Oh, Jesus Christ. How God please help me. Help me, my husband is in trouble. Help me, please.
It's okay. No. Were they threatening him or what? Because I know at least.
I don't know now. Jesus, he's in trouble. This is not evil. He's in trouble. His phone has switched off. I sent a message on WhatsApp. I said, Daddy, are you in a hostage? I said, why will you do this to me? He did not respond, though. I have been calling since, though. I'm finished, though. Where is my husband? Oh, can you provide my husband, though? Oh, can you provide my husband?
It's okay. It's okay. No problem. We'll try to see what we can do. No problem.
Oh, God, please help me.
It's okay. No problem. You know, anything anybody is doing in this life, if you do a good, you will meet good. If you do bad, definitely you will get your reward for the evil. You know my relationship with him. I don't know where I've offended him that he will cook this level of lies against me.
He cannot. He decided that he cannot sign anything against you. He decided that he cannot sign anything against you. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, when he came back, I said,
It's so sweet. You know, that was some emotional roller coaster, wasn't it? Hello, Papa. Are you under duress? Are you a hostage? Have they kidnapped you? Talk to me. Oh yeah, blink. Blink twice. If they have kidnapped you, blink twice. No, I said twice. Anyway, I used to call them the rivers of a drama or rivers of a crisis, but it is now the messy rivers. What have I done after all I have done for you and your family? What have I done to him to deserve all of this kind? Anyway, the guy also woke up. Number one, first to tell everybody that his wife is an actor. Actor ni Yaomi. Actor ni Yaomi. Don't believe all these are cries. Yeah, I didn't tell her everything. But it's all this drama. Actor ni Yaomi. Actor let me know. Atoko atiyawo, they don't turn actor. So this morning, inside this hotel where it's 2 million naira per night, 2.5 million naira per night hotel in Abuja, he put on his Ankara, made a walking video to say, see, Rimi was in DSS, so I'm not in DSS, I'm not under duress, so I am not kidnapped, yo. Now maybe this, so a doctor, Abuja.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good evening, and I say good morning, gentlemen of the press. I'm back to you this evening. My name is George Wike. I'm in Transcorp, Abuja. I came in here this morning from Port Harcourt to meet with security agencies to report myself and to report the things that are happening in the state that are making me to feel sick. Actually, I was head of service until Monday, 24th, and I resigned because of things that are happening. So after the press interview I granted, I just saw a video of my wife as trending, where they went to hold her and they fed her with all kinds of fallacies. They told her to be kidnapped. I want to clear this. I am not kidnapped. I am in Abuja. This is Transport Hotel, where I'm lodging. And they told her that I was kidnapped and she's crying, and they wrote a script for her to say all sorts of things. I want to put this straight. I am the head of service, and I'm on oath. My wife does not know the things that happen in my office. I don't discuss anything about office to her. It's only my domestic or social matters that we discuss. So that script they wrote for her is null and void. So I want to clear the air that I am safe, I'm fine, I'm in Abuja. But tomorrow morning, I intend to go to the security agencies to report myself. So my coming to Abuja was based on the fact that Abuja is where all the headquarters of security agencies are housed. So I came here and I think I'm safe here to make this report here, so they can investigate. And I'm saying that I'm on oath. If I allow any of those things, they will take me up. But I'm reporting exactly what I know and nothing but that. And I said everything from my mind. And I want to reassure you that everything I said is true. Thank you and God bless you.
See, look at me. I'm in Transcorp. That's the hotel. Transcorp Hotel, Abuja. Look at me. I'm in Transcorp Hotel. I resigned, okay? So I came to Abuja to report myself to the security agents. But your wife just said that some people came and they were asking you to rope Fubara. And because she didn't want to rope him, you decided to resign. But you are the one telling us that your wife was given a script and you were never arrested. You just resigned in Port Harcourt and you bought a ticket. Even though you told your wife that there is this ego or so that you call friend anyway, like coming from Abuja, okay, to get you. Now that, you know, when you landed in Abuja as well, you told her. So you were not arrested, or you were just reporting yourself to the security agents. Makes sense? No, it doesn't make sense. But maybe that's how they were all feeling when they saw the video of Fubara and the wife. And they were like, you know what? No, that doesn't make any sense. We're going to write you another script, okay? So that you can read that one. We'll call channels again. And they did. So one presser yesterday, another one today on top this matter. Listen to him. Here is the one that they properly recorded to debunk that is under any duress.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. George Nwaeke, the immediate past head of service of Rivers State. You recall that yesterday I addressed the press. After some hours of addressing the press, I saw a video of my wife trending online that I was kidnapped and that I made my statement under duress. I've already debunked that. My wife cannot speak for me on civil service matters when I'm still healthy and mentally very fit. Let me say it again. I was not kidnapped. Thank God you heard her when she said that I flew from Port Harcourt to Abuja. I flew with Igbo Air. At least no kidnapper can carry me on a flight. And I know probably, and I believe, that she would have been misinformed. As head of my family, I apologize sincerely to the public on her behalf. Maybe I also think that she did that so that she will escape any harm. Because you know they were already hunting for me. So they went and frightened her. She must have done that also to secure herself. I also listened to the suspended governor's reaction to my press statement. I was surprised that he never debunked my allegations of bringing down the assembly, which was the main subject matter. Rather, he was talking about other issues. The big question is this, and I want you to reason. This is over 1 year, and the assembly was brought down. Yet, no panel of inquiry was set up. And there has not been any report on that incident from the state government until date, at least until the time I can remember, maybe yesterday. I don't know if today. Not even a police investigation. I call on the federal government to set up an independent investigation team. The truth, which is known on the lips of every person that's on the streets of Port Harcourt anyway, will now be made formal. Secondly, he mentioned that, how will I be in a meeting with him and Bala Mohammed? Ladies and gentlemen, I never said I was in a meeting with him and Bala Mohammed. Everything I said was what he told me personally, one-on-one. Maybe to mock me. My past statements stand as evidence to all that I have said. At this point, I know, it's understandable, I could be making some feeble denial of not having told me these things, but this doesn't change the facts. And all I wish to do is to tell the public the truth. What is done with the truth is for the state and for the growth of our nation. Lastly, I want to state here that I'm not a politician. I'm a career civil servant. My service has traversed through different sectors. I was a lecturer. I rose to lecturer 1 and left lecturer in 1995 and grew gradually and steadily to the position of director in 2004, then 2023, by the special grace of God, I was elevated to the position of a head of service. I want to reiterate here that I love my state. This state that gave me the opportunity to grow from level 0 to the enviable position of head of service cannot be brought down this way. It makes me to cry. This state cannot be destroyed this way. The state that was once the pride of the whole nation cannot be thrown into the dustbin just overnight. I may be beneficiary of the government of Rivers State. I cannot therefore watch this state, which I have benefited from, to be destroyed by politicians for their personal ego. I cannot also give all my evidences on the media. Some are sensitive, or more sensitive than this. I will give details to the proper authorities when required of me. The level of stealing of public funds and assets witnessed in the last 2 years is mind-boggling and never ever experienced in the history of the state, as we also had the highest allocation ever during this period. I've also heard people saying that I have been compromised. If at all I could be compromised, then it should have been the governor, who is my benefactor, who actually appointed me as head of service of Rivers State. I want to tell you here that I never compromised while I was in the system. Why would it be now that I've compromised myself, that now that I've left the system? Finally.
That was him trying to address his wife's, outburst. His wife's SOS. They save her soul. My husband is, they've taken my husband. My husband is in trouble. Is in trouble. We are in trouble. My family is in trouble. I saw a video, I saw a comment of, one lunatic on Facebook, of course, because that's where you likely see most of these mad people. Nkechi, I would have ignored your comment, right? But I get where this is coming from. I'm a Yoruba man, right? And definitely I must be a bigot. Because to you, I was mocking a woman crying, right? And I have to stop this bigotry. You see? The problem with some of you social media lunatics is that you project a lot. You are damaged people. Unfortunately, you are damaged. And therefore, somehow you will project that your damaged sort of psychic, what have you project it on everyone. And when they talk about this, your tribalism that you do in Nigeria, your tribal war. So automatically, when you see a Yoruba man, the first thing that comes to your head is, let me just call him a bigot. At least we have the Ronukus who have brought nothing but shame, disgrace to the noble ethnic called the Yorubas, all because of one druggie, the drug addict, the drug baron. So I don't know how damaged you are, Nkechi, but unfortunately, you may be irreparable too, because for you to sit there, right, and somehow put this your warped mind into a text that you have to actually really type it and send it out. I would advise you, we are not all damaged, okay? Right? And we are not all bigots. And please stop abusing the word bigotry, okay? Please. I don't know how damaged you are, Nkechi, but if you can get help, and if you're pointing fingers, if you're pointing fingers at those who you can call the bigoted or bigotry or what have you, right? Except if you actually want to become, if you want leprosy to cut off all those your useless fingers that you're using to type that nonsense, right? Stop pointing it at Mayegu. Okay? Just for your own good. All right? I know we are dealing with a lot of damaged people on social media, okay? Who project their damaged, warped life on others. And they probably just think everyone is maybe like them. Unfortunately, no, we are not all damaged, okay? We are not all damaged by that your contraption, okay? So she is a wife of a criminal, because that's who they are. All of them, from Fubara to Wike to all of them. So I hope you understand that, I do not have any dog in their fight to start with. The wife of a thief is a thief. Just like the wife of a drug baron is also what? A drug baron. Ask Kolu, Tifnubu and his wife. Here you get. So that the wife of a Wike's friend is crying, right? I mean, I'm not going to catch emotion. I'm not going to catch feelings because I'm talking about these rogues. So I know that you Nigerians, you love your criminals differently, by the way, you love your criminals differently. You love your oppressors differently. But I don't. I don't. That is why I probably would never be suitable to be your friend where you have emotion or you have feelings for your criminal leaders, including the criminal civil service that you have in that contraption. So I do not have feelings for them and their wives and their children and anything. I don't. Nkechi, get help. Okay? Please. It's for your own good. So back to the story, brethren. Wike believes that he's, what do you call that thing again? Is the new godfather. And Fubara is actually a clog in the wheel of his godfatherism, the progress of his godfatherism. And they are pulling all they can to get rid of him. I don't mind. I just actually thought it will be pretty much like more bloody than this. But it's been so one-sided that, well, seems like Wike would have his way. Because right now the plot is to ensure that Fubara never comes back. That's what I heard. And the indictment of him will be so huge that by the time they are done, is likely, right, never going to get any form of, support from the same Rivers people. I heard that. I don't know how it's going to play out. So one of the things I started asking myself was that, listen, why can't this guy, for once, right, release the document of Wike's looting? I mean, it's evidence. We have that. Everybody knows, but we just don't have the concrete hard evidence. And the person who can provide such evidence is no other person than Wike. It's no other person than the seamless Fubara. The sole administrator in Rivers State right now is doing everything to look for all the documents of financial mismanagement, even looting, done by Fubara. That's why he's there. But for almost 2 years, this Mugu, but somehow, like, acting as if to say he's got this particular trick or shocker in up his sleeves, but no, it doesn't. Yeah, Wike is protected by Tifnumbu the druggie. The agency of government are going to protect him. What about the media? Release them to us. Before Fubara became your governor, he was declared wanted by the EFCC. Do you know why? 425 billion naira of Rivers State money was unaccounted for, missing, stolen, looted by Wike, but Wike had immunity. Fubara didn't. So they declared the accountant general of the state wanted. Just same way they pick up the chief of, head of service of Rivers State right now, and he's already singing. But his own is not even like as valuable as Fubara, who was the accountant general, the man who knows where all the bodies are buried, where Wike stashed the money, the man who knows all of that. That was why Wike had to buy one single form for governor, right? One single form for every House of Assembly, and nobody should compete with all of those people he selected, so as to have himself and his ass covered. So the Fubara is now like not doing that, but still covering Wike's ass. It's just not telling the public how much Wike looted in Rivers State, and he may never have the opportunity of telling us anymore, because he doesn't even have access to those documents or those information like that anymore. You dey fight with Wike, tear him inside the market square, put him in the market square for everybody to see Wike for who he is. At least if you were really fighting him. But that wasn't the case. Let's finish with what this guy is saying, by the way, because he said, finally.
Let me advise politicians, please, don't destroy your state for peanuts. Condemn what is bad. Evil is evil. And bringing down a parliament is evil. Targeted national assets for destruction is evil. Intentionally whipping up tribal settlements, tribal and sectional settlements is evil. We must condemn this. I've also spoken to my wife, who I can tell you that I am her chief security officer. I have directed her to meet me where I am, or where I will meet her up in Port Harcourt soon. After I've told her to stay in the security office in Port Harcourt, I'll meet her soon when I finish what I'm doing here. And she's on her way to that place. I sincerely apologize to her for whatever stress she has passed through. But I know that she and my entire family and my community will be proud of me, especially her. She's proud that she married a man that can make an extreme sacrifice for society, for justice, and for good governance. Finally, to Mr. President and security agencies, I beg you, don't sweep this under the carpet. Please. Don't sweep this under the carpet. Come and save River State from destruction. Governor Nwaeke Fubara and his infantile cohorts have invested much in destroying River State. Let it stop now.
Nuisance lele.
Did he just say he has reached out to his wife and his wife knows where she's going to meet with him, or where he will be meeting with his wife in Port Harcourt? So he's going to be hold sort of a hub in Abuja until, as he said, the security agents gives him clearance to go. Now, the job is done to go now. If we need you again, we'll call you. You know? I mean, when this whole thing started, right? Initially, you would think, Omo, hey, like this Fubara. And this Fubara go kill Wike. How many of you remember that day when the House of Assembly in River State got bombed? He did it. Truly, he did it. Fubara did it. And it was because in December 2023, there was already plots that he was going to be impeached. Right? So when he was showing those kind of like action, it was like, Omo, this one go kill Wike. And this guy go kill Wike. Now hypertension, I've been heartbreak go kill Wike. Because I remember the day they went, his own supporters, including Enugu. You remember that Enugu, the guy he made local government chairman for Obiakpo. You remember him? Yeah, they was part of his soldiers. So how the entire thing now just turned to what you have now is a mystery to some, okay? But I won't forget this. You shouldn't too.
We are here because the former speaker of the House of Assembly, Martin Speaker, has been impeached. And we are here to remind people and remind youth that if you forget this official resident within the next 2 hours, if not, we are going to destroy this building. Because we must meet by River State and on the moment that the former speaker has to go back to his house, and he has been suspended by the members of the House of Assembly. We have a new speaker, the Right Honorable NGC here. The speaker of the House of Assembly. I want to call on everybody to remain calm. They must leave. Thank you and God bless you. All of them are Ogoni people. Ogoni people don't see me. Ogoni people don't represent.
Okay, no follow. Okay, good.
Because he was arrested, right? He was later arrested. And then he got rewarded. Somebody just said that the Enugu guy has also been like wrecking people's lives in his Obiakpo local government area. Somebody just said that in the comment. They said he's demolishing people's properties and making them homeless before Supreme Court now removed them. You know, he was like, man, he had these young guys, soldiers here and there. Here you get like enough to, I even said that too. I said he was now the guy holding the string purse or the purse string. So he's the one who is cutting everybody the cake from the state. So a lot of young people or a lot of the people in the state are always going to swing to his side. I don't know, like maybe inexperience, maybe, you know, with this current setting, especially in this Tifnumbu's era, a minister is probably stronger than a governor of a state. In the case of Wike and this River State, I mean, that explains it, doesn't it? Okay, but to Rotimi Amaechi, Judas Iscariot. He said, this whole thing is all about money, nothing else. That the River State is now being ruled by military. Out of the entire 36 states of Nigeria, one state is being ruled by military, courtesy of the former governor, Wike, and the current governor, Simi Fubara, and then Tifnumbu, who has taken side in one popular interview recently. That's where Rotimi Amaechi said it.
In River State.
Okay, so the fight between the former governor of River State and the FCT minister and the current governor is about sharing money. If not, what's the problem? Nigerians don't dislike corruption again. Because I've not seen anybody on the street shouting about what is the problem. Can both of them speak to the public and tell us what the problem is about? And then we are now denied democracy. So the River State is the only state in the country that can practice democracy. They've imposed a military rule on us. Secondly, is the fact that the president acted outside the constitution. Section 188 states how a governor can leave office, either by death or by resignation or by impeachment. It didn't say that one day you wake up and one man called the president of Nigeria will just wake up and throw you out of office. It makes democracy unstable. So that's what's going on in River State.
Amaechi. He said a lot in that interview about that part where he said categorically they are fighting because of money. And then the River State people have been denied the democratic, their democratic rights and experience, where Tifnumbu illegally suspended the governor, appointed a sole administrator who is now tearing the state apart as we speak, more or less like acting another script that people believe that they are actually, it is with a Wike says script. So we'll see how that is going to play out in that place. So yesterday evening, yesterday evening, there was this rumor. Have you heard it? Right? Where they said that Wike collapsed. Some said he collapsed at the airport. Others said, no, he collapsed at a meeting. Others said, oh, no, he collapsed. I don't know. Just try to give the point is that they said he collapsed because he has a kidney failure. And sincerely, right, I have not seen Wike in public today. That's today. But there is no evidence that Wike collapsed because of any kidney this or that. Don't get me wrong, because I know that one thing about Nigerians is that they have given up. They've given up the ability to challenge their ruiners, the criminals leading them. They've lost the will to challenge them for real. So because of that, an average Nigerian is waiting on karma, something like, let's say, will Wike get cancer? It's not that there is going to be any improvement in their lives, so or that will Wike get cancer, or the Tifnumbu get tonsillitis, so. But the fact that there is a chance that, you see, this criminal politician is going to die and is going to suffer before he dies, or is going to cry, is a compensation for them, for their own sufferings, the hardship, the oppression, suppression they've suffered in the hands of their criminal leaders. So that's a compensation for them. See, it's better. Now, God of poor people is fighting. I hear saying in collapse yesterday, get kidney failure. I say, okay. So what would that do for you, by the way? If the Wike just collapse and even dies, what's going to say? Yeah, bad people has died. That means God has answered the prayer of. I say, God damn it, man. You are still living in the shit hole, by the way. It doesn't change anything, but I get it. Don't get me wrong, I get it. That, you know, Nigerians have been losing and losing and losing and losing from generation to generation. That somehow, any win is a win for them. So you get, yes, I am happy. Say, why are you happy that he's collapsed and he's got kidney problem. Even though I'm a Christian, sure you get, I don't wish him any bad. But you see that Wike, I pray it is true. I say, okay, how? That's typical Nigerians, very weak. Very weak, unable to fight, unable to even stand up and speak up. Because it's the typical Nigerians that they will tell you they hate all their politicians. Don't get me wrong again, like everybody will tell you that they hate the politicians. These politicians, we're supposed to be stoning them. We're supposed to beat them. We're supposed to deal with this politics, Let them see the same politician in traffic, at the mall, maybe in the markets, where they have the opportunity of mobbing them. And so they go bring out their phones. You know what I'm talking about? Selfie, like that. Selfie. I say, why are you taking selfie with the same criminals? And she will come to beat them. You see, even if now you did that position, you go do worse than them. My friend, let us just pray to God to touch their hearts, Jare. So you want us to be beating them? But I thought that's what we agreed on. So when we see them, we'll grab them and say, do you think it's the problem of Nigeria? We'll leave him alone, Jare. It's not your president. It's another person is your president. Typical Nigerians. So they wish that they wake up tomorrow, breaking news, Kolu don't die, you. Say, hey, thank God. Say, what? Say, yes, I am so happy. Very evil man. I say, but now shitty man go be your president now. I say, yeah. Okay, can you say, Aluta continue according? I say, yeah. Slavery asata. You get? Again, don't get me wrong, I'm just saying my own, from my own side, because anything the way happened to Wike is never going to change the situation that he has helped the Tinubu and his gang to plunge you into. So if you are looking for something to happen to these guys, it is your prerogative. I don't get that kind of, I don't have that kind of, wishes for people, because it doesn't really change anything. I would rather have a wish where the entire, you see, if the system collapsed, it will bury all of them, from the person that appointed him, right? So those who are protected, it will bury all of them. And that's what I advocate for. I advocate for the destruction of the entire system that is producing the likes of the terrorists, the drug dealers, the treasury looters, and what have you. Anyway, we saw with Wike yesterday. I don't know, maybe it was after this that he collapsed, but again, there is no evidence of Wike hospitalized anywhere. There's no record of that. Even though if you want it to be so, because some of you would rather prefer to believe it, even if it's not true, because somehow it's sort of like it fulfills your fantasy. The other day we saw the news of Ajirebi Ibadan. Remember Ajirebi, the guy that constituted authority in Ibadan? He's a former governor of Oyo, constituted authority. Remember him? His own daughter actually died 3 or so days ago. That is in London. She died. Our NHS couldn't save her. Then I saw Nigerians dragging themselves. Some are saying that good for him. Yes, that's what God could destroy them. That's our prayer for them. All the money, our money they use to train their children. God will kill all of their this. I say, okay, amen to that. Even though literally God doesn't kill anybody that way. While others are saying, don't say that. Don't say that. It's very evil. It's ungodly. Jesus Christ told us to forgive our. Okay, I'm a Baraimfa. And I was there. You're dragging them. So the point here is this: Nigerians have been so brutalized, traumatized, bullied by the successive regimes in Nigeria and their appointees. That for decades, some of them watched their own parents, bullied, traumatized, brutalized by this system. And the same system is brutalizing them too. So the only win-win thing they have is just to say, like this, my brother, Steve Numbu, I go abuse you. Like,
since when I born, you never seen this kind of abuse before. Turubu, I must abuse you. Turubu, number 1, Oguoki Opa. Turubu number 2, Oguoki Oma. Turubu number 3, Oguoki your children. Turubu number 4, Ogugo bury all your family. Turubu is a god to you. A god to you. Turubu is a god to you. And Wausa.
Were a weekend yesterday, by the way, where they were inspecting a road in Abuja. Briefly.
Yes, move, come back.
Sorry, Your Excellency, for this, Deputy Service Corridor, no street at night. That is the original scope. 2017, and
This is my 4th time, in fact, I remember very well. I'll comment to this site. This project has been a headache for me. Like the contractor said, this job was awarded 2014, taking us 11 years. That tells you, obviously, the price can't be the same. So when I came, there was a price variation, which is, of course, but I commend the academy on this particular project, but I never believe that may actualize. You see, they are with authority, and I believe them. The last time we came here, we stopped at the park there, because where we are today, which means
I won't save my time, I'll save my time. So, if Wike collapsed, it must be after that. Again, I haven't. You know me, if I see it, I'll bring it here. Even if it's just to come and serve the purpose of those of you whose bias is to actually see Wike suffer. There are people who have said that, I want to see him suffer. If God where they serve there, he go suffer. I say, But if he's going to suffer and it's not going to change your own situation or the situation of millions of others in that place, is that not a waste of suffer? I'm just saying, is that not like waste of suffer or waste of a suffering? There must be a reward, kind of Anyway, we'll leave that. And there's one thing, this one is just by the way. It's not really anything, okay? It's just by the way. We have sent a copy of the supposed letter where the names of PDP vice presidential candidates suggested to Atiku was written. Remember, Atiku said that Wike's name was the number 2, and he only just picked number 1 because the person who was the number 1 was the person who was the number 1 is the Okowa guy from Delta. and Wike was second. So because he's already picked one, he just left the rest. That's not true. And politicians just lie for nothing, honestly speaking. Like, it's just in their nature. So here is the supposed committee it's called the advisory committee. Okay, the advisory committee for the selection of the presidential running mate met today at PDP headquarters Abuja. The committee unanimously suggested 3 names for consideration by the presidential candidates in the following order of preference: Wike, Okowa, and Udom. You see, the first one is Wike that looted over 1.6 trillion naira from Rivers State. He is a minister under Tifnubu now. The second one is Ifeanyi Okowa, who looted over who looted over 1.4 trillion naira from Delta State as governor. Yeah, EFCC is holding him now on that. The third one is Udom, who is accused of looting over 700 billion naira as the governor of Akwa Ibom. But Wike was not number 2, as Atifku said. Wike's name was actually the first one presented to him, but Atifku had to run and pick Okowa. Like I said, that's just by the way. It's not really, just for the record, you need. The killings of 16 Hausa travelers by mob at Uromi in Edo State yesterday continue to generate, uproar reactions, put it that way, reactions, where even the online social media influencers from northern Nigeria have taken it upon themselves. Some are calling for reprisal attacks on the Southerners. They said Southerners, while others are trying to make it an Igbo thing. I'm talking about where some of them are actually like try to spin it by saying, oh, it was the Igbos who live in Edo, yeah, that stopped the truck, okay? The truck where the truck which the travelers, the victims were traveling, okay? A lot of kind of narratives are being pushed as we speak. Unfortunately for them, right, people are also asking them that, how come, because there are videos, right? There are videos of some of these villagers, these communities, right, in Edo State in particular, who have come onto the social media severally to make SOS appeal, calling on government to come to their aid. Women are being kidnapped and raped. People are being kidnapped for ransom. People are being killed by these Fulani terrorists in the forest. That they even threatened on several occasions that they were going to take the laws into their hands and go after them, the terrorists in their forest. So as much as a lot of people are condemning the act, yeah, others are saying, okay, maybe now that Tifnubu's regime reacted and asked for the assailants, the people that participated in that lynching to be fished out and tried. So maybe now they too can pay attention to the sufferings, the terrorism that the people of this part of Edo State have been subjected to for so long that it was almost like there's no government who gives a shit about them. Now that everybody cares about these travelers lynched and asking for justice for them, isn't it right to begin to ask for justice for those who are actually the indigenous people that the Fulani terrorists continue to make their lives hell, which indeed prompted this jungle justice against these innocent travelers? It's been a back and forth thing. Let me show you a few of the things they put out there, right? Here is one called Arewa Republic. Okay, said they were 24 Hausa Muslims eager to return for Salah to their homes, to their families, to their mothers, daughters, and wives. But their lives were cut short by the Igbo settlers of Uromi. Their own is not the plan of coming to the south to come and revenge anything. They are just going to look for the Igbos, Southerners living in northern Nigeria, unleash the terrorism on them. You get that now? Hang on. So I'm having an issue with my camera. Anyway, but now linking it to the Igbos is like, what the heck? Like, what does that even like really mean? The Igbos of, Uromi said in the month of Ramadan, in hunger thirst, the Atlas, give me a second. Yeah, the Atlas murderers did not pity them. They dragged them through the streets of Uromi, beating them with logs of wood, pelting rocks on them. Now, here is another mofo. This one is very famous on social media, especially on X. All right. This is the one that said in Nigeria, the citizens, the right of the citizens is sort of defined by, said, Fulani, the right to say human beings. So they said Fulanis, Hausas, Yorubas, cows, and then Igbos. That's one of the things that that mofo on the right has pushed in the past. So he said voting for Peter Obi would be the worst decision a northerner could ever make. 16 northerners were killed. And instead of simply condemning the act and calling on authorities to arrest the perpetrators, the fool was indirectly, he called Obi fool, right? Here is another one. This isn't the first time northerners traveling or settling or doing business in the south have been targeted with jungle justice. Remember, Fatima and her 4 teenage children murdered in Anambra. Ahmed, good luck, So you saw these things, right? It's still pushing the same narrative. The Igbos. Blame the Igbos. And then one Ronuku, a Ronu Nazi, jumped on it. Said, I beg, they complete your south. Southeast is different from southwest. You see, southeast and south-south are brothers. If you want to do anything for them, I beg, exclude my Yoruba brethren. You see, Igbos and Edo people share same ancestry. Now, both of them, they attack southwest. Oh. Anyway, now, this is them pushing the narrative, using the incident to push their usual divisive, hateful narratives. And I don't know if you have probably been watching too. So what people are now saying is that Ejema lawyer Wiri, because this is no longer 1967 or 1970. You see all these ones that you think you have a monopoly of violence. That if anything, for any reason, should break out, that you start attacking the Southerners in northern Nigeria. The right thing to do is to begin to call your own people from southern part of Nigeria to return back to the north. I saw that. That's why I'm saying it to you. Okay? Like the whole narrative is being pushed in such a way that some fanatics, especially from northern Nigeria, right? Especially these APC, murderous terrorist members, they're already pushing it. But what they are pushing, right, is kind of like all-encompassing, okay? It's not going to be, oh, we are looking for Edo people. Oh, we are looking for Uromi people. No. They are making the narrative go to align with their bias, and Uromi cannot be pronounced well for them. Southern Nigeria cannot really be pronounced well for them. If you want people to get so enraged and do what you want them to do, cause so much carnage, just say Igbos. That's why it's not by error. All these things you are reading inside this post online, they are not mistaken. They are not ignorant. So they are deliberate. So what people are now telling them is that, okay, just for your information, if you by any chance twist this to make it an Igbo thing, and you start attacking the Igbo, even though people are telling the the Southerners, Yorubas, Igbos, or Edos, or whatever, from the southern part of Nigeria, who lives in the northern part of Nigeria, to be much alerted, you better don't sleep on it, because they are actually plotting to retaliate what they called the jungle justice that happened in Uromi. And others are telling them, try it. You attack any business, you attack anyone in northern Nigeria, in this way, just tell your brothers to come back home. Because you do not own the monopoly to violence. So may the soul of the victims of this attack rest in peace. More wish the dead well in this unfortunate incident. So they were buried yesterday.
Assalamu alaikum. Gashi nan za mu yi sallar gawakin da aka kashe mana ƴan uwa da aka maka sangilla. Allah ka ji kansu da rahama. Allah ka karbi shahada su alfarman manzo Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ga al'umma musulmi sun taru za a zo a gabatar da wannan sallah. Jiya dai an kawo mana mutum 3 mun samu mu yi jana'izar su. Yau ne yanzu ga mutum 16 a ƙasa. So wata mu dai manyan mu na arewa mu tashi arewa mu farka tashi a neman mana yanci. Ga kaburukan suna kaburukan saboda ba za su yi mutum ɗaiɗaiɗai ba saboda yawansu inda za a zuba su nan. Allahu akbar Allahu akbar. Nan makabartar mu ce ta garin Uromi, Edo State. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Allahu akbar Allahu akbar. Akbar. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi Allahu akbar Allahu Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum.
Nonilahi wa inonilahi rajiuna. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. La ilaha illallah. May their soul rest in peace, and also may justice be served. Listen, we have a contraption where people no longer have trust in their own system or their own government, which prompted this jungle justice. As you have seen, people have been through hell, abandoned, ignored totally by the people that swore to keep them safe. And right now, we are now at the stage of, do you call that dystopia or something? A state whereby, you know, your life can be snatched away from you any moment. And people don't even have to wait for anyone within the supposed system to address everyone's concern and possibly arrest perpetrators of wrongdoings. So it's such a place where, you know, everybody is just living for the moment. You know, everybody just lives. And that is why a lot of people believe that for them to have justice, then they must actually put the laws into their own hands, or else, about you are on your own. No. Nobody gives a damn about you. A rotten system is a danger, not just a danger to our citizens, it's also a danger to itself. You know? But it seems like the entire thing is, number one, deliberate. So the whole consequences of all of this is also expected, you know, like, because it's all deliberate. That we are left on our own, we are left at the mercy of the kidnappers, terrorists, and we are also left so wounded, psychologically so destroyed, that people would conveniently lynch 20 human beings on the suspicion that they are kidnappers and all that, and so strong about it that you even see those who cannot ordinarily kill a chicken on social media also standing and say, yes, kill all of them. They are kidnappers. Have you ever seen any southern kidnappers go to northern Nigeria that with guns? This, you know, anyway, this is the monsters that they have now turned us into, where you are being led by animals who are also doing their best to psychologically destroy their own people and turn them into these dangerous animals. Who doesn't give a damn about life? They can snatch it anytime, like the state snatches your lives anyway. Snatch it like that, and they will pretend that it's nothing. This is a rotten system. This is a failed country. And I don't see end in sight to this barbarism. No? You have barbaric leaders, you have barbaric followers. So therefore you have a barbaric contraption that you call a country. It is not. When people try to want to act normal, there's always that thing in there that's going to remind you, no, you can't be normal. You have to be abnormal to survive in this asylum. Since the lunatics have taken over the asylum, you know. Anyway, the other day we had this young man who said he wandered away from his home when he was 9 years old. He's 16 now, and then he went to Bright. You remember Bright Edafe from Delta State Police Command? Bright. They found his family. See? There's always good side to this social media awareness and all that. So just a week ago, I think. Now, they have found his family who have now showed up to claim him after 7 years. Let's go to Delta, please.
I am SP Edafe Bright, and this is Delta State Police Command. Early last week, or about 2 weeks ago, I'm trying to remember, I came and I interviewed this young man of Yewanogo and told you guys how he went missing from age 9, about 7 years ago, and how he has been catering for himself for the past 7 years. He is now 16 years plus, and he found his way to the headquarters saying that he's tired of living alone in the street and wants his family to find him. Thankfully, we did that video and posted it, and our good audiences, everybody all over the world saw this video and they shared it. And I'm happy to tell you today that the family of this young man, they have come to Asaba, and we are presently at GRA Police Station, Asaba. So I will pass the mic to the young man who will tell us his relative, whether he knows them or not, and also we'll interview some of the relative. Oh, you want to go? Just for benefit of that, what is your name again?
My name is Ogenerukewe Ubiwanogo.
Ogenerukewe.
Ubiwanogo.
Okay. Which of these 4 men you know very well?
My brother.
Is your...
My brother.
Try to talk so that people
My
will
brother.
Hear. Is your brother? Okay. The same father, the same mother, or the same father, different mother?
The same father.
Different mother?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you looking confused? I know 7 years is huge. Okay, so now that they have located you, how do you feel?
Feel happy, sir.
Talk.
I feel happy, sir.
Let people know that you are happy, so that tomorrow we'll not make it happen to another person. So that them themselves, when they see and they go say, if we share this video, this person feel locate his family. Okay, let me pass the mic to your brother. My brother. What is your name?
I'm Festus Anthony Wanogo.
Festus Anthony Wanogo. Where you first see this video?
I saw this video. I come across the video on the Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. Where you they stay?
Ogun State.
Oh, you live in so that from Ogun State you come?
Yes, so. Ogun State, Jebodi.
Okay, but when this guy went missing at age 9, were you guys aware?
Yes, we were informed that he was missing. So then they made a report then to the nearest police station.
Okay, they reported then.
Yes.
And ever since then, I don't see him again.
Not heard from him since then.
Okay, so now that you have seen him, how now they
we are so happy and want to thank the police, especially the Nigeria Police Force, for their help to help us to locate our brother here. We are grateful. Okay. We are happy to see him again.
Okay, not only we go thank you.
And I want to thank the public that shared the video, that made it went viral. That made it possible for us to see our brother on social media.
Yes.
Big shout out to them. We thank
yes,
them.
So now they are the best. I know as they are watching it, they will be proud of what they have done.
Exactly.
For every one of them who shared this video will be happy that they have been able to achieve a desired and expected Results. So we'll not go to waste time. So I'll just quickly. Okay, what will be your name, sir?
I'm Mike Wanogo by name.
Mike Wanogo.
Yeah.
Okay, how are you related to this young man?
It's my senior brother's son.
Son, okay.
Yeah.
You two, you are Mike. You are Wanogo too.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, what of you?
Clever Wanogo.
Wanogo, you?
I'm Jojo from
Okay,
the
you
same
stay
community.
from the same community. Where you for see the video?
Nah, Orogu I for see.
Okay, you they stay for Orogu.
Yes.
You where you see the video?
On social media.
I know, but where you they stay?
Orogu.
Orogu too.
Yes.
Okay. You now Ogun State. Okay, you where you for? Where you they stay?
Now Orogu. Now
Okay, you
the
two na Orogu.
DP of Orogu now even show me the.
Oh, the DP Orogu now show you the video.
Yes,
Okay, when
yes.
you hear the name.
When you hear the name.
Yes, because I was told that Wanogo is a very popular name in
Exactly,
Orogu.
exactly.
So which means this young man is from Orogu.
Exactly.
He no, he say he's from Saple.
No.
So confusion come there.
No. It's from Orogu.
Okay. So we are so excited. Me personally, I'm very happy because when you
Me too, brides. Me too. Because usually your line of questioning is so ridiculous. It is also very interesting. Okay. So finally, when you brought the story of this young man, then maybe not many people expected you to come back to tell us that, oh, we found his family, because we never really got back from you again. Okay. Here is one of his recent rodeo, Bright Still Bright. And then you can learn his line of questioning, quite crazy. But this time he is not even showing the face of the criminal, or the accused rather, the accused.
I am SP Dafe Bright, and this is Delta State Police Command. Following the death of one Sunday, a godfather, whose body was found dead at a particular hotel in Owelogbo community in Otowe, where we have arrested 4 suspects, and these 4 suspects includes the manager of the said hotel, who happens to have accommodated this boy and also allowed 2 boys who promised to give him 5 million naira into the room. We don't know the deal they had, but having allowed these boys to access this room, he did not see the boys again. According to him, he saw only one of them, and one did not come out, only for him to get to the hotel later that day and discover that it was locked from outside, while the other boy had used the exit door inside. When he opened the door, he saw that this guy was dead, but he did not raise alarm. Even when the wife of the deceased came to the hotel, because before the deceased died, he placed a call to the wife that is lodged at that particular hotel. The manager denied knowledge of this guy, claiming that the boy had already checked out. It was later he was arrested before he now opened up and confessed 2 other suspects that will be interviewing now. The wife actually called the husband and discovered that he could not reach the husband. He now contacted relations of the deceased and told them what the husband told her. So it was on that information that the relations went to the hotel to look for the man, and the manager denied knowing that this particular man has been murdered. What is your name, manager?
My name is Godwin Ogenochuko Iboirode.
What is the name of this hotel?
B Century Home.
B Century Home, okay. Which day that boy contact lodge for the hotel?
He came to lodge in the hotel 21st Friday.
On Friday of this month?
Of this month.
Okay, you said when he came, these 2 boys beside you came to you and said they want to do what? Just talk.
When the man came and lodged in the hotel, around in the 10 p.m., the man was sitting outside front of
Manage my time. Don't give me information that I don't need. Just tell me how they came to you and what they told you.
When they came to me, they told me that they want to see the man, they want to take something from the man. Then I said, okay. Then later on, they told me if they collect the thing from the man, they are going to give me 5 million.
5 million. Okay, so after which of them call letter come out from the room?
The black, which is Johnson.
The black one come out for the room.
Exactly.
You not see the yellow one?
No.
So after how many hours interval you take go check the room?
1 hour interval.
You now went and checked the room. When you go there, what do you notice?
When I checked the room, I find out that the door was locked with padlock, which the fair boy Clement passed the back door.
Okay, so inside the hotel there is a door where you take come out from the back.
Exactly.
Inside
sir.
the room.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you come notice after you notice that this one don't come out?
Later the day, getting to evening time, I begin to perfume some odor from the door that they lock with padlock.
Okay, so when you start to notice a person don't die for that room, what do you can do?
I begin to afraid. Then I decided to tell my oga, this is it's like someone died inside the
What
room.
time did you tell your oga?
I did not tell him.
So which one be say you begin to tell your oga? You know, before we are doing this interview, we have done an interview before the interview, so don't lie because you are on record.
No, I will not lie.
So you ran away now.
Then
Initially you ran away because you were afraid.
Afraid.
Okay,
yes.
now how they call letter to arrest you?
Then I run to a woman's house to pass my night over there early in the morning. Then I came out to find out how the issue is. That is where the vigilante and community boys attacked me.
Okay, who report the matter to vigilante?
My uncle.
Who is your uncle?
Chief Ogole.
Who is he? Now you get the hotel?
Yes, he's the owner of the hotel.
So you are making it clear to us that the owner of the hotel have no idea of what happened?
No, sir.
Okay, so I get you now. Are you aware that they have set that hotel ablaze? You just say they don't burn the hotel?
The information I get about the hotel
is a simple yes or no question. Okay, I just want to let you know, say your conduct, your actions don't make the man wey just employ you to help you, they don't burn the hotel now. So these two boys, you don't encounter them before now?
Yes.
Which year you first encounter them?
That was December period.
How much they give you that time?
Was 300,000.
Okay, you said they bring one girl call that time. Since that time, you don't see that girl?
No, sir.
You said we discovered the girl POS machine for your house. Who get that POS machine?
Johnson is the one who handed over the POS machine to me.
But to the best of your knowledge, who get the POS machine? Who get that POS machine we recover for your hand?
It's the guy who gave me the POS machine. So
now the guy get am, I mean na the girl wey dey carry corner and get am.
I don't know if na the guy, if na the girl.
Okay, I understand now. Okay, you don't know. So are you confirming to me now that it is these two boys by your side that then murder that person wey dey your room?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for want of time, I am not going to interview all of them because of time. But however, we have two suspects and the manager of the hotel. We are still investigating to unravel what eventually happened, because to the best of our knowledge, they have not given us the full details. But what matters is that
Bright. It is his line of questioning that brought Bright onto this platform. If you watch Bright, you would think Bright is just putting on a uniform that looks like that of the police. No. Bright Edafe, ASP, Abi DSP, he said he is actually the spokesperson for the Nigerian police, Delta State chapter. So he's not a skit maker, he's not a content maker. So when you listen to his line of questioning, it is so similar to what many of us grew up, the way the Nigerian police will question you. Now from there you go no say, Omo, I am guilty. Yeah. Like the way they will question you, right? You will automatically know that, I'm guilty. Or a person who is hearing that interrogation will automatically believe that you are guilty. Forget it. Like you went to somebody and said, I came here to report a rape. You know that. You go report rape in Nigerian police station. First say, sit down. So, you said you are here to report a rape. Do you know the boy that raped you? Say, yeah. There's nothing like, oh, so sorry. We need to call in a counselor. We need to get, this was what they do for you, right? They begin to kind of counsel you. They get a therapist. And we'll get a psychologist. They call, no. Nigeria police don't get time for all of that. They will say, come here. Oh, yeah. Who's that person? Wait till they rape him. In their station. Now you go constant and say, it's me. Say, come here, Jare. Now so now go just do show everywhere. See what you they wear. You call the talk, say they rape you. So the boy will rape you. You know him? Yes, I know him. Oh, you know him? Okay. So where do you know him? used to be my friend because we used to go to school. Is your boyfriend? No, just my friend. Even if it's your boyfriend, you wouldn't even tell us anyway. Okay, I'm hearing you. Now from there, whether they question you, now there you could no say more. Well, officer, forget it. I don't want to report anything anymore. More just say, hey, I know it. I know. That's all now they do. After I don't go sleep for somewhere, your parents they look for you. And to lie, you will say that he raped me. He raped you. Anyway, your money is 14,000 naira for wasting our time to writing statements. You go still pay them. So when you listen to the line of questioning, right, by this guy, even you will sit down there, go don't feel like say one is straight to. It hasn't changed. Nothing has changed. You just need to visit their police station and possibly even get taken there. And you can confirm my own position there, right? In Enugu, let me go check the name, because, I want to make sure that I kind of like pronounce the name better, okay? There's a place called Ogwogo Nike, right? They call it OP Unsuka, OP Unsuka. Is that OP Unsuka, the OP Unsuka? Travelers, were stalked on the road because the Fulani terrorists just kidnapped some travelers. This was yesterday. Yesterday in Enugu.
I don't want to use Opio. That block was on in the fuck where? Okay, motor na gaga. Even in the block where I block. When the gabo it's too deep. Ship or quarry, I can't know about there now. Ocho Kugokwe. Ocho Kukwelo. Ocho Kurebeni. Oza the Hokwa. Oza the Hokwa na park. Whatever. Walk away na gaga. Even in the Bochquela. Bochi. Uza do kwa se kwa security kaina kwa uza do kwa ma na fundo DRS kita ka na apụta ọ dị ka ụzọ ga-ebido gazie kita.
The number of people kidnapped unknown, where they have been taken unknown, demand for ransom yet to be made. This is the life of Nigerians in Nigeria. And these are just the few ones that make it to the news. Others don't or won't. This is the reality of Nigerians. And of course, it's not happening. If it doesn't happen to some, they don't care. They move, they live like this is not even happening. Because while the people of Enugu are battling with this Fulani terrorism, the people of Imo too are not spared. But what was Hopeless Uzotingba doing this week? About they share traditional title. Sorry. What do you call kings in Imo states? Do you call them Obi or Igwe? What do you call them? Because I have no idea, right, that you could actually make so many kings at the same time, like Hopeless Uzodijo was sharing staff of office, like saying they share lollipop. You take. Igwe, Obi, take. Yeah, everybody go collect. Like, may you pack this tom and say, yeah, you take. Open your mouth. Say ha. In Owerri. Few days back. Political Azes. They say they are called Azes. Eze Undigbo. The royal fathers. Or political obas. Have been the political Azes. But when I was growing up here, there's a way they wrote this our history, right? That every town in Yoruba land, for example, every town, they had this history of, every town know that as a kingo, they have this history of how they came by that kingship. So many of them will tell you that their ancestors 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700 years ago, right? They came with their own crowns. They came with their own staff of office that makes them king. And they have been, transferring that to their own descendants for centuries. I don't know, say that we call weather for government house. They may just go weld the coat of arm, plus a stick and all of that, paint them brown, a bit gold, okay? And then one single day, they come make all these obas, all these Azes. So that's why I'm asking, I don't know. It is similar to what happened in Oyo State too, where Solomon Kinde Ibadan had to make his own sort of a staff of office and give it to the Alaafin Select. Or if you go inside the Alaafin's palace, you will see all the ancient staff. Sorry, you will probably see one single ancient staff of office, but you see other ancient staff of office for centuries, all stuck inside. No be federal. It's crazy, anyway. I don't know if it's just me. Meanwhile, I heard that they have sighted or spotted the moon in Sokoto. Therefore, the Sultan of Sokoto has now announced that tomorrow is Eid al-Fitr, which is the breaking of a fast. So we're going to party tomorrow. If you are watching from Nigeria, keep my meat. The Sultan of Sokoto says you go to the Eid tomorrow.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wa sallallahu ala Nabi al-Karim. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, 29th day of March, 2025 AD, equivalent to 29th day of Ramadan, 1446 after the hijrah of our most noble leader, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, brings us to the end of 1446 Ramadan fast. Today, the 29th day of Ramadan, we received reports from various Muslim leaders and organizations such as Sheikh of Borno, Emir of Dutse, Emir of Argungu, Emir of Maru, Emir of Daura, the Emir of Zazzau, and also the leadership of the Jibwis in Jos, of the confirmation of the sighting of the new moon of Shawwal 1446 after the hijrah of our most noble leader. Therefore, tomorrow, 30th March 2025, makes it first Shawwal 1446 after hijrah, and also the Eid al-Fitr day. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His infinite mercy and blessings, grant us all the privileges He offered His creations, His servants who worship Him fervently in the month of Ramadan. May He grant us Al-Jannah Firdaus without Hisab. And we continue to pray for all our leaders, both at the federal, state, and local government levels, for Almighty Allah to guide them aright, to strengthen them to work for our dear country, Nigeria. And as we prayed for them during the month of Ramadan, may Allah accept our honorable prayers for them to become.
Keep praying for them. Finally, I don't know if some of you are aware that Nigeria can go on burning Majority of you can go on drowning. But as long as Tifnumbu wakes up and still feels like he's your president, everything is fine. Yesterday, they took Kolu because they said today is Kolu's birthday. That Kolu turned 73 today. No, anyway, that is the Supreme Court's date of birth for Kolu. So they're sticking to it. Then they took the mofo somewhere to go and do photo shoot, or they brought photo shoot inside the asshole rock for him. Either way, sure you get. Kolu, they do photo shoot for birthday. In this current state of that contraption. No joke, yo. Yeah, they took him inside, they said, they take him in photo. So that, like all of you who always love to go to the studio to take pictures for your birthday, they did same to Tifnumbu. And that was him yesterday. Inside the asshole rock, I believe. And since then, some said that Tifnumbu has reached out to the same Nigerians that he has ruined and destroyed them economically to give them palliative. You know, it's been a while that you've heard about rice. Give them rice. They complain about anything, give them rice. So the rice truck barged somewhere in Lagos today in celebration of Tifnumbu's 73rd birthday. They were not sharing it, but they just made people realize that Gary rice deal.
From 37, this is what we are using to celebrate that. So we have about 10 vehicles, 6 already at the home. So different home for vulnerables. And this one vehicle is for the mosque. So let's see around and see where we are going to drop it. So I'm here. So this is the second vehicle. This is the second vehicle for the mosque. This is the second vehicle for the mosque. So let's move to the third vehicle. This is the third vehicle. This is the third vehicle. So let's see the fourth vehicle. So this is the fourth vehicle for the mosque. So we have another 4 vehicles for the church. So we are going to drop one. I mean this one here. We are dropping it off. We are dropping everything here. So we move to the next venue to drop that of the church. Then we are still moving around to all the vulnerable homes. So to the different local government and SCDA. So we are all the Conference 57 under the leadership of Honorable Kolaji Alabi. We are celebrating our daddy. So congratulations, daddy. Happy 73rd birthday. 2027 is
2027 is say. You know? I hope your mama, your papa, who are the closest supporters of the Tifnumbu's kind of politics, you know. I hope they get a share in this 5 kg bag of rice so that they won't do it for nothing. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain this evening. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for coming to the temple tonight. And if you joined us midway, remember you can watch this from the start, okay? And if you have been with me all night, we're nearly 2,000 of us on YouTube earlier, but I don't know, we only have just about 500 of us who actually like the broadcast. So maybe before you leave, kindly like the broadcast, share it as well, subscribe to my channel, and when I come back next time, right, you will be here waiting for me, and you won't miss anything. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night from here. Of course, good night from here.
Thank you.
mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Bó bá ṣe àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Máyégún dáyàrí pòlítíkò.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wán.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. Mo mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.